Yo, what up? What up? Good morning, GM, Tuesday, January 6th, 2026. Woo! 1/6/26, baby. Look at that. Another beautiful day to have a beautiful day. I got my co-host in the house, Tyler, Mando. Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys doing today?
Fantastic, man. How are you?
I'm doing okay. We're surviving. You know, still fighting this virus. We're gonna kick his ass. You know, that's all that matters. Tank top season's back. Putting a workout in. That's it. Tyler, how you doing?
I'm good. What a start to 2026. Just grinding up. Lots of green. Could you not be fired up right now? Feeling good.
Mostly that, right? That's really it. It's crazy how, you know, we sometimes don't admit it, but like it's crazy how the market is directly correlated to like one's mood, attitude. You know, we do show up in the barest of bears, us three. We're known for that. But, you know, it's nice when the market's up, you know?
I need that mood ring. It's green when Bitcoin is up and it's red when it's not. And folks can just know what my mood is by looking at the rings. It's very accurate.
I love that. When I used to wear the Oura ring, I worked for 2 years. When I was in the big trade, I would go through so much daytime stress in the indicators. Like I said, I had a big position on big fuck, whatever it was. And I would notice that in a big trade versus not. So it definitely, there's something, you know, whether you're in a winning trade or not, it was just a sizable trade. I could be green. I would still have that daytime stress that the Oura ring was showing me. So it is correlated. And let's say that the timeline also feels so much nicer. We love to see that. The people are here. We did 5,000 views yesterday on the show. Tyler pointed that out. Yeah, we doubled the numbers on the day back already. So looks like it's going to be a great and big year, and you love to see that. With that being said, to the show, we'll go through the markets, which are ripping. Are they cooling down for now? I don't even know if they're cooling off because they're nice. They're nice and stable and strong. Tyler's top 100. A few things we couldn't even talk about yesterday because we're back. Like we're back, meaning in every level. There's a lot of news all aboard. So a lot to cover. YEET, the first winner yesterday. Oh yeah, that was a banger winner, 1,000 something bucks. So love to see that. Use the code FOMOHOUR on yeet.com. And Mando's here today, so he's got you on the RTP. So if you win today, you're gonna go far on Lamb Chop. I feel it. And, and with that being said, Mando, let's go to you.
Who is the man, macro daddy of the land? Can you dig it?
GM, everyone. So we've had a little bit of a melt up again. Things looked fairly strong, particularly in like the riskier bits of the market again. Suddenly just felt like everyone was getting on board with meme coins. Fartcoin went up to 450. Whiff moved. I think these are like maybe the stragglers compared to some of the other movers recently. And they just started to catch up. So you've got a bit of a catch-up trade there. And then you've had Bitcoin kind of flirt with 94K again, which was the previous like point of resistance. Of resistance even. And that was that's not been rejected, but like we're just hanging out around that sort of level. I still feel like it's a good chance now we break through it, given it's not like the yearly open anymore. And yeah, I just think we have a good chance of a run here. But stuff is up. Like Bitcoin dominance continues to drift slightly lower here. It was trading at about 60% in the last week of December, and it's now down to like 58%. So it's definitely people moving into meme coins and altcoins catching some sort of idea that this is going to be a bit of a move from depressed prices, I think. Macro stocks hit all-time high yesterday. Gold's moving back higher again. Generally, everything was pretty good on the macro front yesterday. So there's nothing there that's going to disrupt us. We have some employment data on Friday, but I don't see anything on the macro picture that's currently going to derail us. That's never really been the issue for crypto the last few months. It's just been a case of performing what's been a very strong macro picture. But in terms of like specific institutional style headlines, Morgan Stanley filed for some ETFs today, which is the first major bank, I would say, to do that. They do have like quite a big fund division, so maybe that makes sense. And getting involved in the fees business, but maybe with more and more of these banks getting involved, we'll see a reduction in fees kind of across the board for some of these Bitcoin ETFs and whatnot. I did see a headline today which said that TD Cowen said that the market structure bill could slip until 2027. That was like seen as a pretty like a thing that could happen in Q1 as the main reason that we would rally. There is an expectation that maybe if it doesn't happen in Q1, it's not happening before the midterms, and then it could even drift up to that. So that is something to just be aware of, because I think that is pretty key for crypto in the US. We really want to try and get that in before the midterms, which I don't think is ideal.
Who was reporting that it may not go through? I saw the headline, but I didn't see like the substance behind it.
TD Cowen.
Okay.
Who's like a research house.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's a big deal. Yeah.
What do we think? I mean, those midterms, I mean, obviously it's going to be the recurring conversation for the rest of the year, right? Until November, you're going to hear the term midterm like maybe 5,000 times on the show and across all the different shows that you're going to listen to. First week of Nov, right? Exactly at the halfway mark. Donald Trump's approval rating is hitting highs following the Venezuelan, takeover, whatever you want to call it. I'm assuming following that, right? Because it was right the day after that the approval rating spiked up. It looks like maybe it would have bottomed at the end of last year because the sentiment was pretty bad. If we were to chart it, at least, it looks like it was kind of a bottom there. How do we feel? Like, for me, like my take on this market is if this run is sustained, we have a good Q1, sell off in the summer like we always do, because I never believed in sell in May, but I always get wrecked in May. So this time around, it's not different. I'm going to believe this time. And I think probably chop into midterms. And if this midterm's a lock, I think we're going to have a really big end of the year into 27.
Yeah, I'm still not like overly, I've told you, I'm not overly convinced on this market yet. So I'm still in the idea this is a bounce from a downtrend. I would want to see Bitcoin reclaim like 100K and push on from there to really be like, this is going to be a bit of a move. I think this is the sort of part of the market where like, it's clear people are still showing up. So like CT's still here. We still want to gamble on shit. So there will be something that happens over the next few months where it'll be like, oh, this went and did 100x. I think that's kind of a given. Like, I would definitely keep your ears to the ground here, because it feels as though the people who are still here want to FOMO into shit. And a new narrative could catch fire very quickly, or just like a new coin, something new, you know, I think could really catch fire in this sort of an environment. Generally, I've never made money buying relief sort of rallies, because I find it very difficult to work out where you would take profit and where you would cut. But I do think that this relief rally is at least going to 100 on Bitcoin. Okay,
this I like that. I like that. How do you feel, Tyler?
It's tricky. I feel like we're in a little bit of this kind of wait and see mode, kind of waiting for some cards to fall, some more potential catalysts. I still think the primary bear case is 4-year cycle. We haven't shooken out of that yet. We have to go higher to break out of that. I think we've got some new bull tailwinds. As I said on yesterday's show, stocks are also somewhat fragile, trading at all-time highs, so you have to be conscious of that as well. I think I'm still probably the most interested. The new vector I still think is Trump and any big moves out of him in early 2026 ahead of midterms, and doing what he can to fix his approval rating and set up the R's for the midterms, like you mentioned. The odds haven't really budged, and it's still, Dems are still 78% to take the House, which is going to be a blocker for a decent chunk of what he may potentially want to do for the second half of his term. So it is a big deal. Things like the crypto market structure bill, like is that going to face much more headwinds if it's not done before that? So there are a few things to watch there. Crypto market structure bill, though, if they do get it through, like that could be a catalyst, right? That could be something that shakes us out perhaps.
They seem pretty bullish on it passing, right? Like you hear Brian Armstrong talking about it quite a bit, and a few other people that are involved. No.
Yeah, I mean, there's even what's his name, the guy from Shark Tank. He wears the suits, Mr.
Damon John, Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful, yeah,
Not
Mr.
him.
Crypto tout.
No, not him, dude.
O'Leary. Yes, Kevin O'Leary. He's saying how
Not this guy.
he thinks all the real money comes after the crypto market restructure bill gets passed.
Really interesting. I'm not a biggest fan of this guy, but you know, I'll take that because it's good for my bags.
Understandably. Do we need to talk about how XRP is just melting faces?
Wait, what?
XRP is the big dog.
I have not looked at that. Well, let's see.
It's a meme coin, right?
Yeah, I
It's
guess
whatever, but it's definitely not. It's whatever it is. Yeah, meme coin, I guess. XRP USDT.
29% year to date. That's pretty much three.
Whoa. Damn it. Dave Portnoy's big XRP bull.
I have actually checked. I forgot.
I saw a interview with Santi over the holiday period where he was talking about XRP and basically about the fact that like they have this massive treasury and essentially they are not doing what they originally said they were doing. So they're like diversified the whole fucking business. So actually, although it's clearly not the Swift banking system, they're now like they've got stablecoin, they've made all these investments into different things around RWAs, not even on like XRP. Like they're making like these plays. Essentially, they become like a crypto company almost. And like now, I don't think they have a buyback model in any sort of way. So still feels a little bit loose to say that would like.
I mean, they're definitely selling, but somehow this keeps going up.
Well, they have their ETFs now. They're getting inflows every session.
These guys are geniuses. That Brad Garlinghouse guy, gotta give him his flowers. He's just made out the mud, made out the White House. Billionaire. Has never bought crypto in his life. He's only sold it. And how much is he worth?
Probably a lot.
What do we think? Like, okay, an estimate 10 bill here, 3.5. It's hard, right, to estimate? But
I would have said over 1 probably.
I mean, he has a 6.3% stake in Ripple Labs, and Ripple Labs is like up only.
XRP is 237 billion. Yeah, so there you have it.
3.5 to 10 bill is probably accurate. Yeah. Wow. Damn. It's true. They raised at a $40 billion valuation in November 2025. Oh. Okay.
The other tailwinds, and we kind of
Go for it.
over this, but the ETFs are back. Bitcoin
Are they?
70 million yesterday. 470 million the session before that. 1.17 billion net inflows the first 2 sessions of the year. That's the biggest. Yesterday's single biggest days since 1010.
Let me see. That was my one. Like I know my joke thesis around ETH was like the digital thing with Trump, but like the other one was like people are coming back to work. America reacted really positively in the economy to Trump's Venezuela takeover. Markets are ripping, therefore the ETFs are going to rip and buy a lot of crypto. They were net sellers, right? Q4.
I don't think I didn't realize how much tax loss harvest selling was happening,
dude,
in December. Like I think that's what it was, right? It's like, and not just like that's what was driving down punks for sure, but probably a lot of these crypto tokens. Right?
Well,
a lot of folks had a higher cost basis.
But you're not really allowed to tax loss harvest on the market, right? So you can tax loss harvest your Bitcoin, but you can't really tax loss harvest your IBIT, right? Or,
but I mean the spot.
Yeah, it's true.
You can harvest all you want.
Yeah, this is true.
So that selling's done. We've got funds coming back to the table, starting to build their ETF books up again. I think Bank of America formally put out their 1 to 4% crypto portfolio recommendations for their wealth clients that started yesterday. So perhaps a bit of rebalancing taking place there.
Yeah.
What about setup? That continues, Right, we're going to have some serious sell pressure.
Yeah.
Counter $500 million a day from the ETFs, I would think.
Dude, we're looking good, guys.
Oh, back over 94. All right.
We're looking really good. I took my profits at 3,300 because that was my target on ETH. And Farcoin targets were around like 420 to 450. So I'm happy, but it's really hard to resist the FOMO. So I'm just waiting and seeing, but I'm liking what I'm seeing, lads. I mean, Mando, your indicators must be like flashing green, no? Like the Shikoku fucking Heroku candles.
I can share them if you like.
Yes.
Like, I'm just curious, are they flashing green or not? Because Ethereum is like up 12% year to date. Bitcoin's up from 87K to 90 something.
They are on some, but not on like the high, like the really high time frames. So if you go to like this, so this would be like the 4 hours. It did break through when it went through 88K. It broke through then, and this has been the previous level of, and we're now breaking through that, which is like a very good sign. But that being said, like the dailies,
got it.
See, this would be when like a real bull trend begins again. You know,
this
like,
is a daily, Mendo. This is the daily chart.
This would be the daily version, yeah.
What's the level?
I mean, that would be like 109K, but you see how far we've like dipped. So you can have like this is what I'm basically trying to say. You can have a very big relief rally here, and it still not be a bull trend. Total, interestingly, alts look slightly better. Like that's total 3. So that's altcoins without Bitcoin. Like they're actually much closer to forming a bit more of a bull trend. I'll go through some of the big ones like ETH. ETH actually broke through on the daily. Interesting. So ETH actually looks.
I think 30, 30, 34 was a target. Like 36 is doable, but I don't know how much I got.
They saw blockchain trilemma.
Dude,
one of the best looking ones I've seen.
Tom Lee mode. They laughed at Tom Lee all fucking Christmas long, dude.
So the only one that looks like that on a daily.
Is there Solana you have? Because they got the good news today. It's been performing pretty well.
Still a long way off.
So I'm assuming it's the meme coins then that got it?
I guess we can add XRP just to see. I don't normally have that up. Following.
Go write USDT after it.
USDT.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, XRP definitely will have. Yeah, it did.
Wow.
Well. So it looks like XRP and ETH look the best. If you can.
What about XMR? I know you were talking about this yesterday.
XMR is in a bull trend. So like it's one of the only coins in all of crypto, which is still like, looks like this, right? And looks like it's about to break out to new highs. So really for that one, it was like it broke down on the 4 hour and then now looks like it's about to break back up again. So I still like this one because it's one of the few things still in like an uptrend, which is just breaking back down and then has a story back to go up. There's barely, I mean, Zcash is probably one of the only other ones that has that. Yeah, Zcash. So it feels like the 4 horsemen you probably want to be looking at still are ETH, Ripple, Zcash, and Monero. Yeah. REKT has.
What about the memes? Because they've been leading.
REKT has break that up on the daily too. So
dude, REKT in the 160, 180 region is where it really gets like interesting. Always like that's like it kind of tested that not long ago.
Yeah, let me just put Barcoins on here.
Also, OV's on the
Barcoin has not yet, at least. Doge has not yet.
So the level you notice those levels for it to break are like pre-1010. Like on Farcoin, it's around 600 mil that your level seems to be bull market indicator.
Yeah, Bonk. Let me just check Bonk. Bonk just actually. So out of the memes, the ones that look like they're breaking back up to a bull trend, at least right now, would be REKT and Bonk.
Okay. It's interesting. You think some of the Pepe, Farcoin and stuff would have broken it up almost 2x.
Actually, I forgot Pepe. Well, you have to understand. Like, look at this chart for like Pengu.
I
Right?
know.
That is. It's all.
You're coming back from far, right? Like,
all a matter of perspective here.
oh,
Interesting, Pepe still has not.
almost there, but
right, going up 70%, still not gone back. So you see how tough it is to actually get to that sort of level, given the sell-offs. But that's a good sign for anyone.
This is such a good perspective because you open a traditional chart and you're like, yo, we're back. This is some really good perspective, like not to get overly excited.
Well, I like this because it really narrows the field of the stuff that you want to get involved in at any one time.
Wow. Okay.
And it also gives you perspective of like buying things that look like they're going to break out all the time.
What about hype? I'm curious about hype because hype has been a really good one.
No,
not even. Wow.
Not even close.
Wow.
You would have to go to 35.
What?
To be a daily. I mean, it's broken through the four. This is the kind of the point I'm trying to say. This can go up to 32, 36. Like it can continue to rally. And you could be like, oh, hype's up 50% or up 30, 40%. I just find it really difficult to buy those because the trend is just not a bullish trend. Like this is a very bearish trend, right? But you're seeing a bounce. And what happens often with bounces is that they can either go up to here and actually they can keep going, or they just die. They just die one day. One day that Bitcoin drops 2%, this dies. And then you go like, oh God. So I'm particularly on crypto just because of the pull to zero with so many assets. I like to buy things when they're showing a longer term bull trend.
Okay. Well, some good perspective. Some very, very good perspective here. So thanks for sharing that. This is helping me a lot with my Farcoin trade actually, because that's need to convince myself it's not in the bull trend yet. So we're gonna wait a little bit. Anyways, on chain is alive and well, so I'm sure we'll go there in a second with Ty. Bitcoin 94.2. Ethereum is hanging out at 3,300. Solana, I'm not too sure. I haven't looked. Shit. Solana's at 143. Wow.
Higher. Higher, but still much lower than where it was.
Yeah. So that mark, that 142, 143 mark for Sol has just been the one. Like it's just
that's zone, right? Like it couldn't get over like 145.
Remember? Yeah, I gotta bring it up on TradingView. Hold on. Without the Mando's candle, Sol, USDT, Solana's there you go. Let me bring it up. Boom, 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 boom. Here, there you go. See, it's exactly right there again. There's your cup, Tyler.
So we're gonna look.
That's
for
3 cups.
Look for your handle. There's so many cups there. Man, we're gonna resolve so many cups on Solana. Thanks to Morgan Stanley and their news. We pulled up all these charts. We've done a disservice to our loyal listeners. We haven't pulled up the Bernie power lines chart.
Ooh, let me down. Oh, ladies and gents. Mendo, have you seen it? Today's chart?
I missed it.
Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a chart. Let me download it off WhatsApp. There you go. We have a chart for you guys. And actually, I apologize on behalf of the show for showing you Mando's charts. Because he's the second best trader in the FOMO Hour chat. Mm-hmm. We should have brought up, Bernie's charts first and foremost here. So let me. Man, Bernie's so redacted. It's not even funny. Where is it? I can't open it anymore. Hold on. I'm trying to find it. WhatsApp image. There you go. Okay. Are you ready for this?
There's a lot to unpack from this graphic. I'm just
all right, here you go. So here you go. Our quants.
There it is. He took a few days off for the holiday.
Yo, is that what he's been up to?
That was today's chart. He assures us that his portfolio is up net 25%. His trading portfolio year to date.
He's labeled the blue lines his Bernie power lines, which is an incredible label.
I have to say though, his chart gives me 106K vibes.
That's his biggest That's the big power line, right? Like basically, as long as we're over the current blue line, which is I think he's probably right around 94, we should cruise to the next power line at 100, and that's where we get interesting, right? We get to 169, then when we go full risk. He's bought and sold 5 times today.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, because yesterday, I mean, this is a day. Oh, yeah, it is a daily. Okay, you're right. So he bought a few days ago. Again, he held it at least until today. Sold it today. Bought again. Sold it. Bought again. Sold it. Wow.
So he's flat for the next move. So I think he wants to see us hanging out over this this power line here at 94.
Oh my, yeah. Is that the Sailor micro strategy chart? That's so good. Profit is profit. It's true. It is the power lines. You all the red guys in the chat just loving it.
Lines though, right? Like I feel like 94.5 is like a big psychological line in my head. It's like that was what the 25 yearly open. And we've kind of run up against it a couple times. We haven't gone through it. So I think that's good. And then 100K will obviously be one. And then Mando mentioned. I mean, Mando's line, the bull line, is actually kind of in line with Bernie's power.
Dude, who do you think Mando takes his alpha from? Hello, hello. Who do you think taught like, dude? 2 things don't lie: Shakira's hips and Bernie's lines. Okay, so there are 2 things that don't lie. And so Bernie's got us covered here. I'm glad to have him as part of the support crew here in the full hour chat. Anyways, that being said, Tyler, I'm sure there's a lot to go to today, so let's go to you.
For daily NFT and crypto analysis. Tyler D on FOMO hour calls the kid can't miss.
Ready to bash some bears. Yeah, folks, crypto majors green again on the day. ETH and XRP are leading the way. We got Bitcoin up 1%, 94,100. We got ETH up 4%, 32.96, right on 3,300. XRP up 11%, wow, 238, and Solana up 6%, 143. A few other top movers on the day. Render is up 18%, Sweetie was up 18%, and Lit up 15% after announcing their buybacks are now officially live. Market like that quite a bit. Saw that Lit token go to around $3.23. In some macro headlines here, Morgan Stanley filed for their Bitcoin and Solana ETFs with the SEC. Big move from them. I think the first major bank to file for a Bitcoin ETF. So very noteworthy. Bank of America formally launched crypto recommendations for wealth clients, 1 to 4% crypto allocation for their portfolios. And Goldman Sachs upgraded Coinbase to a buy rating, citing their superior institutional infrastructure. Meanwhile, Vitalik Buterin, he's claiming Ethereum has effectively solved the blockchain trilemma by balancing centralization, security, and scalability through their latest roadmap. And Ledger users, you should be aware, there was a data breach involving their e-com partner Global E, which did expose some customer contact details there. In token airdrop and protocol news, Jupiter launched their Jup USD stablecoin backed by BlackRock's tokenized USD fund and Athena's USDTB. PVP, the trading bot, you may know this from Telegram, they announced their desktop terminal Hyperdash is now fully available. Trove is going to be the latest ICO. You probably saw this on your timeline. Trove is a perp dex for collectibles, RWAs, equities, and prediction markets. They shared ICO details yesterday. I think they're raising $2.5 million at a $20 million FDV. So one of the lower end ICOs we've seen that starts on January 8th. And then River announced a strategic investment from Arthur Hayes Maelstrom Fund to support their chain abstraction stablecoin stack. In memes, meme majors continue to light it up, folks. WIF and Fartcoin top movers on the day. WIF up 14%, Fartcoin up 20%. Huge move. Wojak up 30% on chain. White Whale up another 20%. That's knocking on 100 million now. And Remus up, gotta be close to $1 million now on his.
What?
And this coin 114514, I have no idea what this is, but it continues to lead on chain as well. And then Virtuals introduced 3 new agent launch models, Pegasus, Unicorn, and Titan as new ways for teams to launch tokens on their protocol. Virtuals, if you've seen, has been one of the stronger performers so far of the year. And folks, NFTs, even NFTs are back.
Stop.
CryptoPunks back to 100K floor. smashing Bitcoin in that punk Bitcoin ratio. We're back over 1. And XCopy 101 in GMI sold for 109 ETH. That's a $611,000 101 sale. This all comes while NFT Paris announced they're going to cancel this year's event due to market conditions. Though it seems like market conditions might be rebounding. And that's
Hopefully this is the rebound for sure. Yeah, it sucks. The NFT Paris cancel is always a good one, but I could see why it's tough to. I mean, it's expensive, dude. These conferences are insane to run into. So you told me NFTs are back. What is it? The time to pull up the pups chart?
Oh God, you know what? Ordinals and runes are up. They're green.
I don't even want to see how down they were.
No. I'm stepping in here. We are never mentioning them on this show again.
Okay, you know what? I have to say I kind of agree with that. Tyler, what do you think?
I think we should have a threshold where that gets reversed. Like if they cross like 0.1 Bitcoin or something.
Okay, but that means that's another 10x from here, right?
That is a 10x from here. Yeah.
Are you okay with that, Mando? In 1,000% more, like we can hold 10x. Can we talk about ordinals in 10x?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Cool.
We have this. That is good. So we saw basically all the leaders have rebounded. I mean, they sold off pretty damn hard. Like Pudgy's went to 4.2. They're back to 5. Bored Apes were in the. I think Bored Apes went to 3.8.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
They're back at 5.25. Punk were down. I think like 26 ETH, but ETH was lower. I think Punk's hit like 70K briefly. I think one even sold at like 67.
Yeah, maybe less. A lot of $0 sales too, but we know why. But
they're a little weird. But
Punks get really affected by the end of year sales all the time.
Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about tax loss harvest? Folks who bought that local top had 150K they could have harvested. So that's attractive if you had gains, for sure. There was also a lot of. I mean, FUD is not the right word because it was accurate, but there was a lot of underwater punk loans.
Yes. I saw Cyrus's tweet about that actually yesterday.
But it's not the right conclusion to just assume that folks are just going to default on all of those, right? Because some people actually like their punks. You can also renegotiate your loan. NFT loans much easier now. And what I mean by that is like you don't have to pay off the loan. You can pay like 10K and just lower the LTV and keep the punk in a loan if you think it still has upside. So I think when people see things like this, they're like, oh, okay, everyone's just going to default. He also thought this one lender was going to get stuck and get wrecked. And it looks like this lender who took over a $2 million default on 23 punks is probably going to make out very well.
That's what Cyrus saying. He said a week ago, this looked like one of the worst NFT defaults of the year. This week, it looks like the lender might make a doctor's salary of that same default.
Literally in a week. Yeah, like a week this changed, or 2 weeks, on December 22nd.
Only a $2 million loan at 18% EAPR to someone using 23 punks as collateral. And everybody thought that this would be a liquidation cascade on punks, and like the opposite. This just shows you how fast this market can swift. Like it's insane.
It's how it always happens in NFTs and memes. You just
100K again.
They're 100K. Yeah, you just can't.
If you don't lock a PFP over 100K, no, you don't talk to me.
Don't even try. And it's actually pretty thin. That's the thing. Like if we get any sustained sell pressure here, like look, it's just a couple rows to 35.
Are we doing punk Bitcoin calls again here, boys? Can we do that, Mando, this year?
I'm gonna vibe code a bot to live the punk Bitcoin ratio at the bottom of our screen every show. Thank you for understanding.
We'd love that actually. We can put all the ratios that we follow, right? Like the Melania Trump one that was historically like epic.
It's interesting here a little bit. And disclosure, I do still hold some of this, but punk strategy. So punk strategy's got a couple punks now within a few rows of the floor. And if folks don't remember, if those sell, they take the entire proceeds and token. The token's up over 100% off the bottom. Still far, far from all-time high.
I wonder how Mando's candles are on Punkster. Must be flashing right now.
Anyone who sold that rip, brilliant. I did not. That was a huge miss by me. So obvious in hindsight. And I'm not saying this thing is going to go anywhere near that. But I do think if you've held through this, like you want to see what $100,000 in buy pressure does to the chart. Like if punks continue to heat up a little bit. So, but I also, as a holder objectively, I think people are waiting to sell into that too. So it could be a little sell the newsy.
There's probably a lot of bag holders, right? I mean, it's not like they stopped building, right? They're still at it, right? If I'm not mistaken, Renautic and stuff. They're still.
It's also like it goes on forever, right? It's
all the other ones doing, like Chimster. I think Chimster and Vibester were the two other better ones, right?
I think most are still fairly down. It's doing all right.
It's all right. I mean, it's a much smaller collection we're talking about here, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's not much volume either, so obviously careful when buying what we're showing in the show here. But I'm just curious, right? This was definitely one of the better narratives last year because it was a year filled with nothing. Like, and that was fun. New thing that came out.
I think the XCopy sale is an interesting one to unpack a little bit. $611,000 for an XCopy 101, 190 ETH. If you're holding XCopy 101, do you take that liquidity here, or do you? I
mean, Mando, do you guys still have those?
Oh, what do you say?
Do you still have those XCopy 101s?
Yeah.
So what do you think? Tyler's asking, like, when you see the sales like this, 600K, like, do you take that liquidity or do you just like just wait?
We Obi mentioned it to me today. He messaged me today. And said, look, oh, there's clearly some big buyers. I didn't even know Anonymix was still around.
Same.
But he is clearly. I think this is the 2022 piece.
I don't know.
I mean, it's a good one.
It's a really nice piece.
Not a floor 101.
This is a really nice piece, by the way.
And this is just a still, so it's animated. I think Raul has the animated GIF on his page.
Yeah. Man, Raul, dude. Raul has built a proper XCopy reserve, dude. Like, he put his money where his mouth is. And he's, oh, look, we'll be there. Man and I will be right there at this gathering at the end of the month.
Oh,
Why
nice.
not? He really put his money where his mouth is with these, eh? He's been buying a lot.
He has it. The XCopy 101s, I think there's a good chance they trade 2 to 5, maybe even 10x higher than this in 5 to 10 years. But in the short term, like, it's so hard to know, right? And they're so liquid. I think it depends. I mean, 600,000 is still a lot, and there's a chance it doesn't run out that way. So I think the upside is still very high, but $600,000 in hand, it's not bad.
I think if you're rich, I was talking about my thesis on those digital art pieces like Squiggles, Ponks, XCopies and stuff, has gone from delusion in 2021, like this is going to go to millions within 2 years, to like, this is art. These are the winners. It's going to take 10 years, 20 years. Like 101x copies selling for $5 million in 30 years from now would not surprise me. But you need to be rich enough to hold it for 30 years, which is why art collecting at some levels, at a certain level, is for really rich folks. So this is why there's paintings selling for $150 million, right? So
yeah,
it just depends, right? And also a lot of people will lose that 600K, right? Like in Mando and Ovi's hands, they'll probably turn that 600K to something nice. But for most people, taking that ETH, I don't know what they'll do with it, right? So we'll see where that one goes.
6 Bitcoin right now versus the XCopy 101. What 5 to 10 year time horizon? That's tougher calculus, right?
What do you prefer, 6 Bitcoin right now or an XCopy 101? And you have to diamond hand it 5 years. You're obligated. It's locked in a vault.
I'm probably taking the Bitcoin if I'm being honest, even though I think XCopy has perhaps a higher upside. Just the optionality of 6 Bitcoin, and you can take. It's easier to get loans against. You can sell partials. Like there's just more you can do.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. All right. Well, what else, Ty? There's quite a few things going on.
I talked a little bit the lighter buybacks, so we knew these were coming. I don't think they've shared specifics on exactly how the operation works, like what percent of revenue will be used, if it's going to be daily. So I don't know if we know all the specific details about that, but Lighter certainly has its cohort of believers, and the market liked the news quite a bit. I mean, it was trading 260, 270 or so roughly. Post airdrop, and this leveled it up 20%. So now 315, 320 or so. So it's effectively the highest it's traded since TGE.
What are you talking FDV wise? Let me open CoinMarketCap. I'm really curious. I know it's got different tokenomics than
that billion FDV. So like whatever the token is, it's 3.2.
I'm so out of it. I didn't even know Lida did its token. I know there was like a whole
Dude,
thing about
they released it like December 29th, bro, or 30th.
I was MIA during that little period.
Yeah,
so
it was it was a whole poly market ordeal about it, dude. Like it was a lot of people betting on that. And everything. So here's where it's at: 788 mil market cap, 3.15 billion FDV. Let's pull up Dilemma. What do you think? I mean, is it still doing good volumes, etc.? Tyler, I know you may be following that better.
This is just such a tough token for me. Like with partial buybacks, what is like how? As analysts, as traders, how are we supposed to interpret partial buybacks? Because like with 100% buybacks, I can at least, okay, like we can do, we can extrapolate your revenue and try to come to a more traditional valuation on your token via your revenue numbers. Via partials, like, are we just supposed to take, like, if you're doing 30%, should we just do the 30% calculation? So that's one factor here. And then like Hyperliquid also has the whole hype EVM component, which I think is a part of its valuation, and Lighter does not have that, right? So like it is a different token than Hyperliquid. Pulling up Lighter, I'm trying to take a look at how their revenues. So revenue is down fairly substantially from local highs during peak farming. It looks like it bottomed kind of that last week of December. Not surprisingly, everyone was away. Looks like it's starting to perhaps grind back up. They're annualizing at 92 million in fees. So they're trading 8x that market cap, 9x that market cap, but the FDV wise, they're trading 40, 35. It feels correctly priced to me. It's kind of like I don't see the trade on this token. I guess I'm not.
Have you used it? Is it good? Is it a good platform? I haven't used it.
I have not used it. I'm not a perps farmer, really. I did trade on Aster and Hype, and one of my 2026 resolutions is to give up perp trading. So I like that. Really look to do it.
I only trade on Hyperliquid, but I'd never put more than 1x. I just I just pay the fee. Funding's very low when you're 1x, but I just love Hyperliquid. It's so easy to use.
Some people are Ecolondo in the comments saying he thinks it's better than Hyperliquid. The fees were super low. With zero fees,
zero fees.
How do they make money with zero fees? I guess
zero fees is great.
I mean, remember this from the blur season. I think it's going to be. I've seen some like commentary about like the tech behind Lighter and like how it's like somehow a smoother system, just with the way the order book is done. I even as a trader all my life, like I haven't looked at, I was never an order book trader or an equities trader, so I don't actually know what validity is to that. But what I would say is we will find out what is the best exchange when volatility really picks up and you see big liquidation moments, maybe not even 10-10 style, but if you see, this, if you're trading on, if you used to trade on Binance versus like a smaller exchange, like sometimes the Wix got you and it was like, this is just a scam. Like, I think what we will see hopefully is if volatility picks up, Lighter will have to prove itself that it is as good as Hyperliquid, I guess, in terms of protecting users from abuse.
Because it was worse in 10-10, right? Then Lighter go down.
Did Lighter go down in 10-10?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
There was something going on, yeah.
Looks like actually we just got breaking news. Lighter rolls out 24-hour weekday equity markets.
Oh, yeah, I just saw that. Transition 24/7. Lighter rolls out 24 weekday equity markets. Nice.
So the equity markets will be nice. I think Mano makes a great point there. I think the other point is we already have the farmer cohort rotating to the next perp place, right? Like I think extended is one. there's another, and I'm blanking on what it is, but I think you have to be conscious that, like, what is the moat? Like, we're going to continue to see new perp dexes come out, right? Offering their programs. So you really got to be good. And like, you can't just be like incrementally better than Hyperliquid, right? Like Hyperliquid is the incumbent now.
Yeah.
So you have to be
much better.
Yeah. That feels tough. I want to also comment on perps trading in general. We're not even 3 months out from 1010, and folks are already dialing that leverage back up. Like I see people going 15x meme coins and sharing their Nels, and it's great. It is great when you're right. But it's like, man, what have we learned? And I do think the liquidation wicks are gonna come. Like,
I think one of them's coming, like in the next, like really soon, perhaps like a nice little Friday ding here. Which is why I'm like, I took all my positions off just to chill for a little bit. But I think we got a nice reversal from the bottom. I think liquidate the late longs here and then go back again towards 100K slowly. But it's due. Like you're right. I saw a few people like 10x, even 5x a meme coin is like insane, by the way. Imagine 10, 15x. Like I got liquidated once on the Pepe 5x, I think, thinking I was safe. And then I think it was Israel and Iran started yapping at each other, and
20% is never safe in a meme.
So and Pepe in particular. I've been licked for that on Pepe.
Yeah, you and I got caught on that Dogecoin one once, right? So it's like, and even Dogecoin, the bigger one, the safer one, like, so shit happens in these. Anyways, seeing the time, we're gonna go to giveaway shortly here. Tyler, anything top of mind that was big here?
Ones, I mean, so we had Infinex on yesterday. Nice little rebound. So their Infinex patrons NFTs are up 40% from the local bottom. I've seen like the whale sentiment. It looks like they're happy with the changes. So I think the sale will sell out now. I haven't checked on the prediction markets on how the FTV targets have changed, but I imagine they're higher likelihood of performing a little bit better now, despite some of the Kaido farmer FUD on the timeline. So I think that was good to see if you're in that ecosystem. And then the new ICO that came out yesterday is Trove. It's this, it's a perp dex for RWAs, equities and prediction markets. I don't know exactly what that means. I haven't used it myself. They shared some testnet volume numbers. They were good, but you think you'd take all that with a grain of salt. It also looks like they had an incentive program as well. But I think what was interesting about this one is it's a $20 million FTV and there's no unlock. So I think those two things combined is enough that folks are going to jump after this one. It will oversubscribe at 2.5 million. So expect to see some hype on this. I think the sales 8th to 11th. I think they do some distributions and then they're going to TG maybe a week or two after that. So a few days to monitor that one, but I think you'll expect to see more about that. And then the other news on the prediction market front was real estate. We got real estate markets now.
Dude, I saw that.
So you can go long or short Miami or New York City.
What do you guys think about, with everything going on with Trump and Colombia and Venezuela and stuff, cocaine price indicators in markets? I was thinking about this yesterday. I was saying we should tokenize bricks on the Ethereum blockchain now that price is probably going to, go up. But we need a resolution source, So it's funny. It's a serious conversation I had today. I was like, what if we do something viral like that? There's definitely the virality component to it, but I don't know who's the source,
Yeah, I'm not sure the Oracle.
Exactly. Not sure the Oracle. Like, who do you source? Like the real estate thing you can, but not the rest. But yeah, that is really cool. I mean, a lot of these prediction markets again, like, it's going to be the thing this year again, right? There's a clear growth. Really excited to see when this polymarket thing comes out as well. Tokenization, everything on their end. So I think Kalshi's doing 100 billion annualized volume or something I saw this morning. So there may be less chatter about it this first week of the year, but volumes are pumping. Like user bases are still growing. So you love to see that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I think that's it. Well, we can talk about the blockchain trilemma that Vitalik is solving with maybe a different time.
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow or something. That probably requires a little bit more brain power.
Yeah.
Very curious about that one. All right, let's give some money away.
Let's do it. Mando missed our all-star caller yesterday who stopped at 1 before tracks. We were all shouting at him to go. He put his foot down and cashed out, and it was the right play.
Yep. Well done. We're making a Hall of Fame this year. Who's Nice 7? Oh, I see him around. I see him around the chat. Nice 7. Size 7. Are you here? This is someone I see a lot in the chat, I believe.
I think you already posted Cyros.
It's Cyros, right? New Year bang. Yeah, there it is. Whoop. There you go. New Year OG's winning. Yeah, yesterday's winner too. I think it was someone who's like always in here. There you go. There you go. Let's reset.
Another lamb chop. What do you want to do? You win last week. Oh God.
Yeah.
What's our rule?
You know what?
We're in a new year.
I think I know that's what Charlie was saying right now. Should we just reset for the year? Like we just started fresh from Jan 1?
Yes.
Like should we just rip that? I know we have a 1 month cooldown rule. But people don't the chat's not happy about it, and we do listen to the chat. So the chat may not want me to do this. 1 month rule is a good rule. Double down to that last person. 1 month is a great rule. It's a chance for everyone. 1 month rule. Okay, we let the people speak. We like you, Psy, but we got to let the people vote here. A lot of people are talking about 1 month cooldown. What do you guys think? Chat want
a lot of 1 month cooldown votes out there from
the chat wants 1 month cooldowns. I don't want to change the rules last minute on people. I think we may have to re-roll. I don't want to be that guy. It's not.
They reset before, so
okay. Fuck it. Sorry, Psy. We love you.
Hopefully you win.
You listen a lot. Since you listen a lot, you'll win again. We get it. Don't worry, guys. Appreciate y'all. See, listen. We listen. The chat. We listen to chat. Let's go. Re-roll, baby. Re-roll. All right. Know the rules. Heck, Tony. Heck, Tony. Congratulations.
Be a new player.
Heck, Tony. I think that's someone new. Heck, Tony. A lot of people, it's true. Like, honestly, I would say like 90% of the chat was against that reset. So we got to respect. Like, it was like not just like 50-50. It was like everybody was against it. So who's this Rek Tony who won?
There it is. First up.
Heck, right. Tony, first up. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah, Elgin, you know, we need a high rollers wheel. This week, why don't we do this? At some point this week, why don't we do like a high rollers wheel? Like someone who's done volume on there. Give a chance. Or a weighted wheel. Once, like at least once this week. Remember that one time we did a weighted wheel and that person lost? All right, let's go. Let's get some money out. All right, let's lamb chop, right? Is that what we're doing?
Let's do it.
Man, we were thinking, Tyler and I, are we gonna get some Valentine's Day action for lamb chop or what?
Oh, I haven't actually spoken to them. Sorry, I've been working so hard during this period. I haven't spoken to them about that. I think the next thing is actually to release some different games. So I think I think they've got some other like full new games coming out. You know, that's actually going to be a big focus for us this year. So just like tons of new games from the custom side, which should be fun. Like I love the Omaha Flip game.
It's a really good game. Oh, he's saying tracks. He's excited, guys.
Let's go.
All right, so congrats. You already made $500 and you want to go to first run to the tracks with $250 on lamb chop. Sign up. Oh, man.
Oh. 2 days in a row.
2 days in a row. Mando?
He's back, brother. He's back.
Mando, that was 2 days in a row that the first run dies pile one.
Oh my goodness.
All right, heck, Tony. Hey, Psy, you see, not a bad loss here. One more. One more. What do you want? What difficulty? Pick your difficulty, pick everything. Heck, Tony goes, oh, you got another run. You got another run. Turn the RT. Yeah, dude. Like, man, you know how good that clip would be if like that someone made like 50 bands. Remember those clips where people want punks on the show?
Heck, Tony, you want us to run you back to the tracks? Give us confirmation here. Run it back. All right.
Run it back. Let's go. Come on. Here's one.
He's due.
Oh my.
All right, good one.
Holy shit. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Dude, that is brutal. Brutal. Hey, listen. Can't win them all. Can't win them all. So, heck, Tony, congratulations. You still, listen to the show. Made a little $500 for listening to the best show in crypto. So, and then getting that alpha. You got those charts today. That's worth well more than $500. So, congratulations on that. And with that being said, we'll see y'all tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the episode of FOMO Hour on REKT Radio. Let's go.